crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
The penetrator. Ah, come on, look, because I always went the farthest into the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon, it was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Like the fires, Valhalla! Good morning, Valhalla! Yeah! Mephisto's review! Project Glory Doctor and the Mad Doctor of Data Outlaw. What is a Chronos? Somebody tell me, because I don't know. Gun Buddy, Psychodorf 9, and Shockwave. The one only badass. Time to wake the neighbors, boys, with Southern Viking. Show back TJC and then Squatch. He's angry this morning, Mark the infinitely tired. Gary got your sandwich, Worthington. Dave G. South! It's a Captain Random Nerd! Justice Diabolina, what happened to back to? The wrench of wrenches, Chris Berger. Henry Gamos. The Lady Arwen Avalon. Are you ready? We're gonna burn it down this morning. Skull! Damn, that gets me fired up. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to YouTube Talk here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. And guess what day it is today? It's Hump Day. Yeah, we're getting down on Hump Day. It is YouTube Talk Day, one of my favorite days of the week. Good morning, everybody. If I missed you this morning, good morning. If I didn't see you, Bearbeard Whiskers is here. What is up, my friend? Good morning. How are you doing? Good to see you. Greetings program with Daryl the Derelict, the other half of the back tube. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you all. Penny, it's Hump Day. Camel Hump. It's Hump Day. Yeah, that's right. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Henry Gambles, what's up? Gets me pumped. Just I'm about to head to the gym. It's kind of the point. Good morning. It gets me pumped. Gets me all fired up and ready to go in the morning. So, yeah, I do this just as much for me as I do it for you. Let's talk about being genuine. Let's start out with that. How about that? Being genuine with your chat, being genuine with the people that watch, being genuine with the people that you get to know, that you collab with. What's collab, Loki? Collab is, collaboration, when you're collabing with everybody, when you're working with everybody, being as genuine as you can possibly be, not being fake. What do you mean by not being fake, Loki? Well, there's some fakesters out there that want to be something else. They would sell their own mother into indentured servitude just to get ahead in what they were doing on this glorious, wonderful platform that we know as YouTube, as the Rumbles and the TikToks and all of this fun stuff, because they want to be popular. They want to be popular. Yes. Yes. I got the extension cord. Thank you very much. Mark the infinitely tired. Yes. God, Eris wants to beat the crap out of you now. She's going to throw a water bottle at you when you come to a Valhalla Con. So, yes, Valhalla Con. Stone Cold Crazy. Well, do I get this excited? And do I, all the mannerisms are there. I'm just as crazy and wacky and manic like in real life. So if you come hang out, sometimes I can be a little more chill. Especially when I'm around a whole shitload of people. God help me. But yeah, right here, Andy's got it. Andy's got it. Fake people suck. It sucks. And it's a reality you're going to have to deal with. That is a reality you're going to have to deal with. There are people that are going to lie. They're going to cheat. How do they cheat, Loki? Manipulating certain algorithmic functions by paying money. I'm not talking about, oh, well, I collabed with somebody and I got so many subscribers, or I did this and I got blah, blah, blah. No. We're talking about paying money to get ahead because they'll do anything. The end result doesn't matter. When you see a subscriber or a creator that has 20,000 followers, and they've got like 8 people watching, what is wrong with that picture? What is wrong? And I'm not just talking about one day. I'm not talking about one day. I am talking about over the course of multiple streams. Something's wrong. Something's going on. Most likely they have manipulated what they have done because they want to get ahead and they want to look popular. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Oh my God, I've got this or that and I'm going to be popular and I'm going to be hanging out with these people now because I have this number to go look at me. Why would that be important? Because a lot of people won't work with you if you're on the lower end. It's that simple. Some will. There'll be people that shut up. We've had all kinds of crazy people show up on this show. We've had all kinds of crazy people show up and do an interview. I love doing interviews. I love talking to people. Probably my favorite one was the Robert Meyer Burnett one because we had so much in common. Playing with the G.I. Joes, making the G.I. Joe forts back in the day when we were kids, all the imagination that we had. It was a great discussion. I loved it. I loved getting to talk to him about all that stuff. It was a unique conversation. But I wouldn't sell my mom to get that. You don't have to. Just reach out, talk to people. If they come, that's great. If they don't, they don't. But don't keep nagging them, If they don't want to come, they don't want to come. Some people are going to look at it and go, "Well, you're not in that league yet. You're not in that league yet to be asking this person to come on your show." They look at it like brown nosing. They look at it like you're sucking up to the bigger people. There are definitely people. Tell your mom to get down. Okay, God, thank you so much, Ghost Rider. So what do? What do? You be you. Just be you. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to be anybody you're not. You don't have to act like you're super duper whatever. Just be you. It'll happen. How many times have I said it's an endurance trial? It's not a sprint. You can't sprint your way to victory. And the ones that do, usually it comes back and bites them in the ass because they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to deal with it. And that can happen in a lot of ways where you just lose control of your shit because you don't have the experience. And oftentimes it comes down to feuds. You'll see that a lot. You'll see feuds and fights, and shit talking, and all kinds of stuff going on. When and where is Valhalla Con? Valhalla Con will be in Fort Worth, Texas, October 25th, 26th, and 27th. So it'll be in Fort Worth. It's going to be, we're going to do the convention, which is the Retro Palooza convention at the Fort Worth Convention Center. So that'll be on the 26th. 25th, we're going to do an arcade bar. The day before that, we'll do that night, hang out, party, play some games. The cover is taken care of for the arcade bar by us. So if you're in the Texas area and you want to come by and you want to just hang out, you don't have to worry about that. We will have food available too, because we will pay the deposit so we can get lots of foods this time instead of paying it and getting little charcuterie boards at the last minute, because that's what we did last time. I didn't think that they would be like, oh no, you can't do that because you didn't prepay for it, which is what happened last time. We didn't prepay for it. So we will prepay for it this time and get you guys some pizza and some whatever. So we will take orders eventually. Taco truck? No, it will not be a taco truck. It'll be the restaurant that's in the arcade bar. Yeah, I'm having coffee this morning because I needed it. So, yay me. So that will be the when and where of Valhalla Con. We should have a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun 2 years ago. We didn't do it last year because of the wedding. So we couldn't do it last year because of everything that was going on. But we're going to launch it off the rails this year. So it should be a load of fun. If we can get 10 people to show up, and I think we pretty much got that from what everybody said. It's going to be crazy. We're going to do a movie night. We'll go shooting at the gun range. We're going to have a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. So, Punk Waddle, what is up? The little penguin that could. The little penguin sheriff. He's got his little sheriff badge going. He keeps law and order over at the Cotton Connection. What is up, my friend? Chris Persia over on Rumble says, Arlena, you and Arwen have to hog tie Mark and bring him too. If you let Mary tase him, I think she'll be down for going to. Yeah. I'll provide the taser gun too. So if you fold your pizza, it becomes a taco. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Dave G Sound. Yeah. If you fold your pizza, it becomes taco pizza. So where am I going with all of this? You don't have to fake it. There's so many that are going to tell you, oh, just fake it till you make it. And then you can give everybody. You, and it won't matter because nobody will be able to say shit, man. Nobody will be able to tell you anything because you'll have all of this stuff. If you're fake, people are going to call you out on being fake. It's that simple. Oh, well, I'll go back and I'll remove everything that happened before. People remember. That's a thing. People remember. People will call you on your shit. There's a lovely little content creator that thinks he is just the jam in his jelly roll. He thinks he's just the shit. And he still gets called out because he was false flagging other channels. What is false flagging, Loki? What does that mean? Well, that means that he was reporting friends to fuck with their money, to get them demonetized so that he felt better about being him. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? And then he got caught. Why? Because everyone it happened to had talked shit about him publicly in his opinions. And every time it happened, someone got demonetized. And it just so happened to be the person that was running their mouth about him. You don't demonetize, you don't false flag other channels to get them demonetized. As much as I might disagree with somebody or have a problem with somebody, you don't screw around with their income. That is what the other side does. Plain and simple. There used to be a time where I would kiss up to get anyone on my channel. But now I don't care if I'm part of the club anymore. You got to find value in yourself. What you do here. Let's talk about that. I love this. I love this comment. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about finding value in yourself. Low-key, no one's going to like me. Low-key, no one's going to listen to me. Low-key, no one wants to hear this. You have to find confidence and happiness within yourself before you start to do this gambit. And it is a gambit. You are running the gauntlet. You are running a gauntlet Monday through Sunday. You have to have that confidence in yourself and believe in yourself before you can start doing this. It's that simple. Why do I say it that way? Because if you don't, you're never gonna have the fortitude to keep going. You're going to you're going to check out. You can't find validation in others. You have to find validation within yourself first. Finding validation in others after that, hearing something. I remember PJ. I'm gonna tell you something. There's two content creators out there. There's two guys that have been nothing but supportive, encouraging, and the way they word things on a personal level has been so encouraging and helpful. And that is PJ over at Orville Nation and Culture. When I met Culture in Vegas, we sat down and we were talking. He was like, give it, a couple years. Give it a couple years. You're already growing. You've got this crazy voice that's great. He said, give it a couple years and you're gonna be wonderful. PJ, I want to tell you something. PJ, I was nobody. I don't even think I had 500 subscribers. I think I was like in the 200, 250 range. And PJ was like, Loki, you're gonna have a great show. You're gonna have a great show. Not only is this show idea you've come up with in the mornings a great idea, but you've got the voice, you've got the attitude. It'll be big. You're gonna be big. And I was like, I'm just, doing my thing. And good morning, Maria from T and Telly. Those two guys, man. And they didn't just say it once. It wasn't just once. wasn't just once. Culture gets a delivery. Yeah. Is he getting action figures? Andy, God help me. I want to see some Culture Casino action figures. Those two guys, though, man, they have been the most encouraging and supporting. I don't see how anybody could say a bad thing about either one of them. I don't. But you're going to get people. You're going to get people that do all kinds of crazy stuff and try and take advantage and use them, clout chasers, whatever you want to call it, because they want what somebody else has. I just want to be me. I want to give you guys me. Monday through Friday, I want to give you guys me. Whatever happens on the weekends, I'm not really too worried about. Yeah, we've been doing like the card stuff. And when we're done, we only have one box left to open. When we're done, we're going to take a little break, but you're going to get some card games. You're going to get, I think we're going to call it Babes and Boarding. We had talked about boobs and boarding, but I think we're going to call it Babes and Boarding. We might do that every other week. It's not going to be every Sunday because we've been streaming, the two of us. She's been streaming every weekend, 2 times a weekend. And I want to tell you something. Eris works her ass off. Eris works like 60, 70 hours a week. I want to tell you something. A lot of people don't know this. I'll just say it. Eris was up before I woke up yesterday. Out of the house and gone before I woke up. I wake up at 7. So that means she got up, got dressed, got all her stuff out to the car because she has all kinds of stuff she's got to take to do her job. And then was working until 11 p.m. last night. I'm not kidding. Yeah, little breaks for food or something, or to talk and to talk my ear off about work sucking. But she worked all day yesterday. And she does this thing where she tries to get everything completed during Monday through Thursday so that she can take like half a day off on Friday. Yeah. So she was up before I was, probably 6 a.m. and working till 11, not just up till 11, working till 11. And she was still up and the lights were still on when I crashed out. She works her ass off. So we might do something every other weekend, but that's all going to depend on what she wants to do on a Sunday. She loves doing her show with Project Storytime. She loves that show. And I would never be like, why don't you just take a day off on Saturday and do this? No. I'd rather her get a break on Sunday than mess with her show on Saturday because I want her to enjoy that. I want her to get her creativeness out and have fun. PJ and I keep you all in mind to do what we can to help. PJ has a heart of gold. He's the best. I've seen PJ go out of his way to help people and take chances when nobody else would. PJ is absolutely great. Culture is great. So what do? You don't take advantage of that at all. To either one of those guys, to take advantage of someone like that is like almost like pissing on their leg. You don't do that. You don't do that. If culture was like, hey Loki, I got to get you on this, which he's done. I don't bug him about it ever. I never bugged him about it. I've been like, okay, cool. When you want me on, let me know. I'd love to come on and hang out. But I don't bug him about it. And I'm not like, hey, when are you going to have me on again? I don't do that. Because when it happens, it'll happen. And we'll get to hang out and have a good time. My goal isn't to go on Culture's show and get a whole bunch of subscribers. Maybe that's the problem with me, is I don't look at it like I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get a whole bunch of shit from this guy by collabing with him. It doesn't work like that for me. I don't go and hang out with Snowdub and the Cotton Council and all that because I think that I'm going to get a lot from it. I want to give. I want to contribute. I want to be a part of the show. If I can make people laugh their ass off, Mark knows all about this. If I can get you to laugh your ass off on someone else's show by doing the puppet thing and being stupid and cursing a lot because he's the pussy monster, God, man, that'll be great. That's great. I don't care if it's on my channel. I don't care. If I can bring you guys some laughs, if I can have a good time, then it's worth my time. Some people don't see it that way. And you've got to get used to that. You have got to get used to that. You've got to get used to the idea that there are going to be people that do not look at it the way you do and look at it like a stepping stone to advancement. We call those pond jumpers. Those are pond jumpers that jump from one pond to the other because no, but I can't. But there was that interesting little segment after one of the shows where he was like, intelligence is not to be understated. And look what you just did. You just taught El Perro to count past 4, you dumb sons of bitches. You're going to get what you deserve. So what do we do? Be ourselves. We be ourselves. If someone doesn't like that, that's their problem. It's not your problem. It's their problem. If someone doesn't like you for you, that's fine. There are other people out there that are going to come by and listen and talk to you and interact with you. There will be other collabs. There will be other people that are like, I think you are a funny son of a bitch and I want to work with you. That's great. Thank you for the opportunity. Come by and hang out. Come by and talk. There's a guy that there was a guy I was working with that consistently, every once in a while, it's not a big deal. Every once in a while, it's not, but he consistently talked over other people. And it was killing conversation. That's what we're about here. We're about conversation. We're about the talk. I didn't fire his ass. I just said, you know what, dude, it's great. Maybe I'll invite you to another one. I wasn't a dick. He was just killing the conversation. What could I do? Let him continue to kill the conversation? Sometimes people don't work well together. That's life. Oh, why didn't Loki have me on his show all the time? Look, Zero got Zeropium, the guy who comes in on Monday. God love him. Is an old friend. And as soon as I started this, I was like, me and him used to have killer conversations. We collabed with videos. Before I ever did this, before I ever started doing this, we were collabing with Star Trek stuff and interviews. And I interviewed Robert Picardo. I interviewed Patrick Stewart. I interviewed Arnold Schwarzenegger. He interviewed Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's all these things that we were doing side by side, and then we started working together. And that we kind of fell off of talking to each other. So we, email every once in a while. How's it going, bud? Hope you're doing good. Blah, 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 blah. But as soon as I started this, I was like, man, I love the conversations we had. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knew who he was. It's not like he was some big YouTuber. He wasn't huge. I wanted him on my show. Why? Because the dynamic we have. The dynamic we have is great. He doesn't need to be, 10,000 subscribers or any bullshit like that. I want the conversation. It's authentic. It's us going back and forth like we always did before. It's an authentic, honest conversation. I'm friends with the Canadian. Yes. He's a good guy. I don't hold it against him. Working with Mike from day one was the same dynamic. Working with Bob, I knew before I ever did that. I was like, I want to do something with Bob. I want to do some kind of commentary, something with Bob. He was just he had these great takes on stuff, and he's got the like Wolfman Jack. Ow! He's like, Loki, I think we need to go out and get the hog. I knew I wanted to work with him. Arwen is like rainbow butterfly, My Little Pony fart dust with sprinkles and glitter. God, I have such a good time talking to her. It's not like, y'all, that's right. Hey, y'all, we're going to get the fan out. We got the fan in the chat, right? We've got the little fans. There you go. Fan. I love getting to hang out with her and talk to her. So will things change? I'm sure they will. We're going to have Ironcaster on tomorrow. I love working with Ironcaster over on Talk Hard. I don't collab with people because I want to get something out of it besides an honest, real conversation. That's what I look at. What will be a good conversation? Who will I have a good conversation with? And will it be entertaining? I don't care what they bring to the channel besides that. A lot of people do. I'm going to suck up to this. I'm going to clout chase and suck up to this person to get this, and this. And I'm told I'm naive. You're naive, Loki. You're naive because this happens all the time. It's a regular thing. You should be doing it. You should be kissing ass and sucking up and blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's why I'm still at 2250. And I've been going back and forth, up and down in the 2250s for over a month. For like 2 months, 2 or 3 months, we've been hovering at 2250. Well, as long as you're not, kissing somebody else's ass, you're not going to get anywhere in this business. Maybe I won't. Maybe we'll stay right here. I have no problem with that if that's what we do. Because it's not about getting a number. It's not about getting 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. It's about that conversation. It's about the doors we kick in. Mike will say, you're a starving artist, Loki. I don't think so. I think the kicking in the doors thing makes me more of a, minimum wage strike team. So low-key kissing up is not the way to live. That's not how you want to grow. And I agree. I absolutely agree. we had this. I had him on my channel once. I had him on my channel once. I got told, you really want to talk to this guy and have a conversation with this guy. And for whatever reason, this guy is popular. Why? Because he knows what to sell you. What do you mean by that, Loki? He's not honest. He's not forthright. He does not have your best interest at heart. He wants to sell you something. Kind of like a used car salesman is the best way to put it. Except it's all wrapped up in this Black Eagle avian bullshit. That's what he's trying to sell you. That's his problem. It's not my job to go out and be like, this guy's a trickster and a fraud. This guy's going to lie to you and deceive you. People will figure it out on their own because people like that make mistakes. What mistakes are you talking about? Again, we get down into doxing and flagging people. I don't know why. I can smell it like a fart in an elevator. But every once in a while, I'll meet somebody and I'll be like, you know what? Something's off. Something's wrong. It's odd. And why? Because they only care about themselves. They only care about themselves and they only want to get money. It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins. And when you find out, oh, well, you know, financial difficulties, you know what? We all have them. I was almost homeless. Almost living out of my car. Positive Candor, who's been a member for 2 months. Thank you so very much, my friend. Says, great googly moogly, everyone. And continue speaking the truth, Loki. I will do my very best. When you catch this fucking guy. When you catch on to these little things, when you start seeing people act the same way, and you're like, what's that all about? And then they're the victim. This is what I love. This is when I'm like, who would have saw that coming? Victims, aren't we all? The victim game. I'm a victim. They got into my Patreon and attacked me. They stole information. So that gives you the right to dox someone and try and cancel them and false flag them? I don't think so. You can say whatever you want to about stealing information, or this was a job for the Black Condor. No. Nope. So you can do whatever you want to do. Just realize that there are going to be, when you lie, when you're not authentic, when you blatantly lie to your subscribers in your chat, the internet always remembers. If there's one thing worse than lying to your audience, it's lying to the people that have helped you build what you've built. It's your collaborators. It is your friends. It is the people that have been there, fought side by side with you, and then Backstabbed you. What is up, Eric K? And classic comics. I hate being like all up here. You know, I want to, I feel like I'm on camera and we're doing this thing and a couple of things have changed. But I think the biggest thing is I used to be like this and I'm talking in the microphone and I'm doing my thing and I'm reading what everybody says. And I feel like I miss because I can't focus on that and look like a goober. So, because I really did. I look like a goober doing this every morning. When the blast shield was down, when it was just this, I could sit here and I could read every single comment that everybody was talking about. I could do that, but it was time. We were supposed to do this at the beginning of January. New Year started on camera, and I have not finished The Office yet. I have not finished The Office. I've got records out. I've got records over there. I've got games and all kinds of shit everywhere. But you know what? I was like, screw it, because I put it off too long. We're close to 70 channel members. Mahogany Draws with $10 super chat. And the thing I'm excited about is the amount of art I'll be giving to everyone at the end of this month. If it was just one member, I would still be excited about it. Why? Because he is being creative. He is exercising that creativity. And that's what we do here every morning. Thank you, Mahogany, brother, so much for the $10 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla and keep the lights on. This one is just for you, brother. We're going to burn it down a little bit this morning. We're going to send out the Dragon Skull. And good morning, Eric K. Like Chris Persia, he is one of those wrench of wrenches people that is everywhere. I'm so lucky to have Chris kicking doors down every single morning. It's good to see you, Eric. You guys are on such a different. You guys are up here, man. Both of you, with how much work you do for other people. Nothing but respect, brother. Chris Persia, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Who says you can't read chat when you're live on camera? Drunk does it all the time. But then there's also silence. Oh, well. Let's go. Well, I just don't want to look like a goober. You know, I want to talk to you. That's the thing. That's the whole point why I wanted to do this. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted you guys to see how animated I get and how crazy I get. And my hands doing the thing and the skulls. And I mean, it's someone said it's been so crazy to listen to you the past couple of years, but then I see you and I see what you're doing, and it's exactly the way I had it in my head. You moving around and the hands and the skulls and the, you know, all the stuff. You're active when you're doing your show. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm active. This is the way it's been since day one. Except I was a lot sweatier because I was like, oh my God, I'm on the microphone and they can hear me. Oh no. Oh, son of a bitch. It was exhausting. I'd be like, oh, it's hot. Now it's just, that doesn't happen. Thank you so much, Chris Persia, with $5 Canadian super chat. This one's just for you, brother. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. Shellback TJC, you don't want to look like a goober. Too late. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But that authenticity, being you, that is so important. Why? Why is that so important, Loki? Why can't I be Mr. Mysterium in a mask? Why can't I be somebody else? At your core, are you being you? Ask yourself that question. At your core, are you being you? Because what you've got for the past 4 years is unfiltered me. I took the filter out, I threw it away, and you guys get 100% me. And a little hype too. A little turbo caffeine boost every morning, which doesn't happen anymore. Occasionally, I'll get a cup of coffee. But besides that, no. Why be you? Let me ask you a better question. Why be someone else? What do you have to be afraid of being you? That's a better question. Yeah, everybody knows me as Loki. That's not me hiding who I am. Some people would say and have that, well, you don't go on camera, so we don't know who you really are. Sure you do. You've gotten 4 years of me. You've gotten 4 years of me doing exactly what I'm doing now. Nothing's changed, except the little green light up there is on. That's it. That's all that's changed. I'd be sitting here and having the same conversation with you if it was this. I'd still be sitting here having the exact same conversation. Nothing's changed except the little green lights on. And I'm on screen. That's it. You're still getting me. You're still getting my 100% honest opinion. You're still getting me joking around and me having a good time and whatever. Right here from someone that I've talked to all the time on the phone. What you see is what you get. It's that simple. I can't pull I don't know why it doesn't give me. So I'm going to copy this real quick. I don't know why it doesn't show me. It shows me everything else. It shows me everything else on my dashboard, but won't let me do this. So this is from Gesture of Sin over on Rumble. It's a $5 Rumble rent. And he says, if you put the cam near to the chat, it will give the illusion that you're looking at us while you're reading the chat. Cam stand next to the monitor works well. I'm going to try that because it's sitting on my screen. It's sitting on the screen. But when I had it like off kilter, when it was at an angle, people didn't like it. Why do you have it in an angle like that? What are you hiding? Why are you hiding that side of your face, Loki? I wasn't hiding anything. It was there because I wanted to show stuff. Because I wanted to be like, oh, what do we got here? Oh, look, it's the Final Fantasy album. Because I wanted to do stuff like that. That's it. Oh, look. Transformer comic books. Shit like that. So it was right there. It was right over here. Now it's up there. I might try that though. We'll see about that. Little camera stand. I'll work on it. Thank you, Gesture for that $5 Rumble rant, brother. You guys keep the fires burning bright. Whether you're helping out on Rumble, whether you're helping out on the YouTubes, it is always appreciated. Thank you very much. You guys are kicking ass, and it does keep the lights on. Believe it or not, I've got 2 big loans that I'm working on. And keeping everything going, keeping the StreamYards, which I pay once a year, which I save up for. The video editor, basically, I pay for the internet. Keeping that all going has been complicated. But I've got myself in that situation. That's not y'all's situation. It's my situation. So thank you. Every penny helps and is appreciated. You guys rock. This one's just for you. Gesture of send. We're going to send out the Rohirrim. Skull! So be the most authentic you can be. Be the most authentic you can be. And be honest. You don't have to lie. Oh, but Loki, I got bills to pay. That is no excuse. That is no excuse. You are taking advantage of a community that is so generous and so caring that they joined your bullshit in the first place. I got bills to pay, Loki. I got a mama to take care of. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care what excuse you come up to lie and deceive your audience, to lie and deceive the people that support you. The only greater sin to me in this business is false flagging. When you try and get someone to shut down. Doxing may be in there somewhere. But trying to take away someone's right to earn by false flagging their channel, by putting up reports, by trying to mess with what they're doing. Other creators don't do that. You know who does that? Do you know who does that? The other side does that. And yeah, there are sides because they want us all gone. They don't want us commenting on the movies. They don't want us talking about what's going on with our culture. They don't want us speaking our minds. They want us to be silenced. And they figure the easiest way we can get them to be silenced is to take away their money. They do that with stars they don't like anymore too. They do that with creators they don't like and they want to silence and they want to get rid of. Be yourself. Be honest. Don't pull this shit. Don't be like one of them. We don't dox people. We don't false flag them. We don't try and get their channels shut down. It's as simple as that. What do we do? You know what? Maybe we encourage. Like I said earlier, there's two great guys out there that from a very little Loki at that time were like, you've got something, brother, keep doing it. You've got something good. You've got a voice. You've got crazy opinions. Keep talking. Talk hard. That may mean all the difference. That right there may mean all the difference. You know what's funny? Loki has similar facial expressions to Will Smith when he gets animated. Thank you. But I'm not going to slap someone and tell them to keep my wife's name out of their mouth. So, give me sugar and water. Oh, Edgar, what's your skin's falling off? Give me sugar and water. I guess some people aren't happy until they are meddling with other people's channels. I think they're so afraid, Arwen, that they're never going to be somebody, that they'll do anything to get rid of anyone else trying to do what they're doing. As if there isn't enough room on YouTube to have millions and millions of creators. They've got to work as hard as they can to get rid of people doing what they do. And it's sad that you're that fragile. I could have been a contender, Mags. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender. As soon as I think them out, they pull me back in. It's a huge sandbox. This right here. Arwen gets it. It's a huge sandbox. The problem is, some people don't want you in their corner of it. And they want you gone. And they want you humiliated. And they want to prove that you aren't who you say you are because they aren't who they say they are. Rocky, nothing's over. Just give me something to drink. Nothing on ice is going to save you now, Rock. Brisk iced tea here. Yo. That's brisk, baby. For those out there who don't know what I'm talking about, God love you. The fact that you never had to deal with claymation commercials. I think there still is a disconnect with some people that what happens on the internet isn't quite real life, even though it's where many people live half their lives now. Before we get out of here, I just want to say that the coup changed a lot of things. There were people who never got on and done something like this. And then the coup happened. And suddenly they're at home. And they're at home all the time. There's a reason why YouTube is the biggest streaming service. Guess what? It's not Netflix. It's not Netflix. It's not Disney. It's not Paramount Plus. It's not any of that other stuff. YouTube is the biggest streaming platform in the world. You can not like YouTube. You can say YouTube's crap. You can say, how dare YouTube do this or that or blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't change the fact that this is the biggest streaming platform in the world. It's that way for a reason. Because if the coup did anything, it brought a whole bunch of people out that had no idea what any of this was like. Some people stuck around, some people didn't. Sometimes I see people that are passive aggressive towards others, those that hate themselves and hate who they are. Sometimes it doesn't even take that. Bare beard whiskers. Sometimes it doesn't even take that. Sometimes they're so low confidence in themselves that nobody can do that for them. If you want to get into some psychoanalysis, I will say this. There are individuals, male and female, gender has no role in this, that have such low confidence and such a self-deprecating view of themselves that they will always question why someone wants to be around them, why someone likes them, if they're going to just poof, vanish in the blink of an eye, if they are being genuine constantly. You have to find that happiness and that contentment within yourself before you can truly accept it from other people. Otherwise, you are depending on them to make you feel good about yourself. You can't do that. You have to be okay with you first. You can't live in other people's light and say, this is the only light I ever get. Oh my God, hush. You did not. You're making that up. So you've got to be okay with you before you can be okay with other people being okay with you. Thank you so much, Bear Beard Whiskers, for the $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this one is just for you, my friend. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. So we're going to be sending you guys over to Mockneys. It's been one hell of a YouTube talk today. I want to thank you guys. Thank you so very much for being here. The show doesn't happen without you. It's that simple. This show does not happen without you. You guys make this show, this chat, this community. You guys do that. I come on here and talk for an hour. Sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I don't know when to shut up. But you guys make this what it is. You guys make this what it is. Thank you, Jeremy Hillis, for joining up and subscribing. I appreciate that. More the merrier. But I'm not going to sell out to get where I'm going. If we do it the long way, if we do it the hard way, that's the way we do it. I won't sell out, though. It's just not going to happen. Guys, I want you to have a great Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Give yourself a little pat on the back. You did it. You got to the middle of the week. We're at the hump. We're going over the hump today. And we're on our way to Friday. So, guys, make sure you hit Mockneys after this. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you guys on the next YouTube talk.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.